Welcome to the Dirt Court Jesters podcast, your home for dirt track racing across the country and right here in Southwest Ohio. This is Josh, and episode 69, Buddy Gets Bit, Champions are Crowned, and Time is Running Out. I hope you guys are ready to get dirty. This week in dirt racing history, we're going back to October 20th of 2012 in Portsmouth Raceway Park with the Lucas Oil Late Models for the 32nd Dirt Track World Championship. Jimmy Owens would come away with the win, Scott Bloomquist in second, and Don O'Neill would round out your podium.
Let me talk to you!
This week's talking points: time is ticking and championships are coming into full view. Buddy Kofoid was 106 points back from the point leader David Gravel entering this weekend, and the two had a hell of a battle at Lincoln Park in Indiana on Friday night. Coming to the checkered flag side by side, 3 and 4, Buddy on top, up against the curb, Gravel just slightly below him. Before they got into 4, when they get into 4, the two make contact, and it sends Buddy spinning and over the curb, almost catching Gravel, but he didn't, and David Gravel would get to victory lane. I've seen some different angles of this crash. Initially, it looks to me like Gravel moves up just slight enough to where Kofoid would catch his right rear. It's really hard to tell, and it was tough racing. I don't know. I thought Buddy's interview was really good afterwards, but I don't feel like that would have been the same interview David Gravel would have given had the rules been reversed. Haven't been to Lincoln Park. I had a feeling it was going to be a good one, and it did not disappoint. Hopefully the Outlaws are back at Putnamville in 2026. Kevin Thomas Jr. is on fire. He's currently on a run of 29 straight top 10 finishes with USAC National Sprint Car Series. Kevin hasn't finished outside the top 10 since June during Eastern Storm, and that's the most in series history, breaking Chris Wyndham's record of 24 straight top 10s that he set in 2018. Cridesville Speedway announces their 2025 track champions. The Junior 1, Tanner Hicks; Predator Heavy, CJ Helton; Clone Heavy, Amanda Morton; Super Heavy for the Clones, Donna Miller; Clone Light, Jacob Jackson; Junior 3s, Carson Bowser; Junior Cage, Abigail Morton; Clone Medium, Landon Twining; Small Block Open, Chris Plank; and Predator Lights, Gage Bradford. Congratulations to all of them. This past weekend at Eldora Speedway, the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame class of 2026 was announced. And in that class, Earl Pearson Jr., Shannon Babb, Jimmy Edwards Jr., Randy Weaver, and contributors Russell Baker, Sam Driggers, and Rick Schwahili have all been announced as the 2026 class. They will also be presenting the Bates Meamer Award posthumously to Southern All-Star Racing Series founder BJ Parker. The Lifetime Achievement Award is going to go to Bill and Debbie Reed of Dirt Racing Outreach, and longtime team owner and sponsor Brownie Brown. The class of 2026 has been elected by 75 members and is set to join more than 200 drivers and contributors that have been enshrined since 2001. The induction is going to take place August of 2026 during the North-South 100 weekend at Florence Speedway. Congratulations to everybody there. Also this past weekend at Eldora, Carl Short would announce the 2026 Dirt Track World Championships is going to be back at West Virginia Motor Speedway. On top of that, Levi Jones had an announcement that Eldora is still going to be a part of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series chase for the championship, and they're going to have a 2-day show there at Eldora. So cool to see West Virginia Motor Speedway after the turnout they had last week. Now a huge announcement for them moving into 2026. And to no surprise, Eldora Speedway still going to have a big weekend there at the track for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Rico Abreu is your weekly and season-long high-limit champion. Rico, not only the champion, but he's going to the bank as well, clearing well over $500,000 for winning those two championships. Rico goes back-to-back to secure the season-long championship. Congratulations to him. And wrapping up this week's Talking Points, the Mailman, Devin Moran, is your 2025 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion. The season's wrapping up, champagne's being popped, and champions are being crowned.
As always, want to give a shout out to Victory Fuel. From Purple Potion to Throttle Punch to Lucky Lemon, fueled by electrolytes, charged with vitamins, and kid-friendly. Fuel your victory at drinkvictory.com and use the code Jesters10 at checkout to save. Drinkvictory.com and use the code Jesters10 at checkout to save.
I'm the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
This week's race recap and racing to come. Going back to Sunday, October 12th at Montpelier Speedway and the Hoosier Hustle. In the 410 sprints, Matt Westfall gets the win, Rylan Gray in second, and Ricky Lewis in third. In the modifieds, Clayton Bryant with the win, Tony Anderson with a nice second place finish, and Dalton Lane in third. In the Crown Vics, Ed Johnson would get the win, Wayne Schaff in second, Roy Barroquillo in third. Roy, I hope I got that at least somewhat close. Wednesday, October 15th, Lucas Oil Speedway with High Limit. Brett Marks with the win, Aaron Reitzel in second, and Cy Lynch in third. Moving to Thursday, October 16th, Eldora in the Dirt Track World Championship. Night number 1, modified heat winners would be Jake Hooker, Ryan Sutter, Jerry Bowersock, Jonathan Taylor, Jeff Kaz, and Adam Strickler. In the Super Stocks, the heat winners there, Nick Bowser, Jeremy Creech, and Trey Chastain. Thunderbolt and Trophy Cup night number 1 with the 360 sprints. Tim Kading with the win, Gage Garcia in second, and Jace Park in third. Friday, October 17th, back to Eldora for the Dirt Track World Championship, night number 2. Lucas Oil Late Models decided their championship this weekend. Devin Moran would go into the weekend leading Ricky Thornton Jr. by just 15 points. Heat race winners for the late models would be Chris Ferguson, Devin Moran, Brandon Shepard, Chris Madden, Garrett Alberson, and Dale McDowell. For the steel block late models, their heat race winners would be Josh Rice, Tyler Carpenter, Clay Harris, Braden Dillinger, Russell Irwin, and Barrett Lowe. Dirt Track World Championship for the modifieds, your winner would be Charlie Medford, and Jerry Bowersock, the Jedi, would wrap up his 5th Eldora Modified Championship. Congratulations to him. Moving to Dodge City Raceway with the USAC Sprints, Kyle Cummins will get the win, Briggs Danner in second, Kevin Thomas Jr. in third. Lincoln Park Speedway with the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars, Gravel and Kofoid battle, and in the end, David Gravel gets the win, Carson Macedo in second, and Bill Baylog in third. Maybe Buddy had a chance after that race. I think it's all but said and done. David Gravel is going to be your 2025 World of Outlaws Sprint Car Champion. Moving to Swainsboro and the USCS, Mark Roll Jr. gets the win, Dale Howard in second, Tyler Blankenship in third. Texas Motor Speedway with High Limit, where Rico Abreu would get the win, Darren Pittman in second, and Gio Selzy in third. Thunderbolt and the Trophy Cup night number 2 with the 360 sprints. On the other side of the country, Bud Kading and Destry Miller are running the bottom. Kading gets into Miller, causing Miller to flip, just like we saw earlier in Indiana with Gravel and Kofoid. Similar racing, similar result. In the end, Cody Gardner would get the win, Colby Copeland in second, and Bud Kading would round out your podium. Tulsa Speedway and ASCS night 1, Sam Hafertew Jr. with the win, Sean McClellan in second, and Terry Easom in third. Moving to Saturday, October 18th, Cridesville Speedway and the Joe Hicks Memorial. Flathead winner would be Vince Van Zant. Second place would go to Brian Rowe, and third to James Crow. The Junior 1 winner would be Keir Mills. Second goes to Grayson Prater, and third would be Zeke Earhart. Back to Eldora for the Dirt Track World Championship in the Steel Block Late Models. Josh Rice gets the win, and he wins the Ohio Valley Steel Block Late Model Dirt Series, as well as the Dirt Track World Championship. Congratulations to him. Moving to the late models, Bobby Pierce from 13th to the win. Bobby Pierce is your dirt track world champion for the super late models. In second, Chris Madden. In third would go to Brandon Shepard. Tim McCready would go from 24th to 7th in this one. Bobby Pierce, back-to-back dirt track world champion. Congratulations to him. Route 66 and the USAC sprints. They're 60 miles west of the canceled World of Outlaws sprint car event. And Jake Swanson sets a new track record at Route 66 of 13.648, 13.648 for Jake Swanson. And the speed doesn't stop there. Jake Swanson gets the win. Kevin Thomas Jr. in second and Mitchell Moles in third. Texas Motor Speedway, the high limit. And the final night of their 2025 season, Rico Abreu goes back-to-back and captures the high limit season championship. Rico Abreu with the win. Darren Pittman in second, and Brad Sweet will round out the podium. Thunderbolt in the Trophy Cup with the 360 sprints. Tanner Holmes with the win. Spencer Baston in second, and Justin Cox in third. A lot of drivers passing up to double-digit cars, with Kobe Copeland leading the way, passing 17 of them. Man, that was a race there at Thunderbolt and the Trophy Cup. As we're recording this, Sunday, October 19th, Angel Park Speedway, the World of Outlaws sprint cars are still on schedule. And on that note, Johnny Gibson with a cool fact for the day: the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series returning to the birthplace of their four-wide salute. Founder Ted Johnson grew up in Wisconsin and attended races at Angel Park Speedway. He saw the Badger Midgets go four-wide, and from there, the rest was history. Racing to come Friday, October 24th. My Race Pass has got 57 events listed, the lowest I've seen in quite a while. If you haven't got to the track, you better do it before it's too late. 81 Speedway is going to have the World of Outlaw sprint cars. Atomic, the night the stars come out, night one with the American Late Model Ironman Series and 410 sprints. Beckley Motor Speedway is going to have Compact Clash night one with SCDRA. Central Arizona Raceway and Western World Championship with USAC sprints. Lakeside Speedway with USMTS. Moving to Saturday, October 25th. 81 Speedway with USMTS. Arrowhead Speedway with the Jason Johnson Classic with the World of Outlaw sprint cars. Atomic and the night the stars come out. American Late Model Ironman Series with 410 sprints and sport mods. Beckley Motor Speedway and the Compact Clash with SCDRA. Central Arizona Raceway and the Western World Championship with USAC sprints. Montpelier and the Monster Mash with the Ultimate Heart of America late models, mods, stocks, and Hornets.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no.
Wrapping up this week's episode with racing plans. Don't really have anything planned. Hockey is kind of taking over life here. Maybe you try to get Montpelier or Atomic. 2 pretty cool races to wrap up the season. Really going to be the last of what's going on here in the Southwest Ohio region. Got some irons in the fire and hope to have some new content periodically this winter once the season is come to a close, and also looking to get to PRI show in Indianapolis for the first time. So pretty excited about that. If you got a chance before the season's over, get yourself to the track.
Goodbye. Mwah, and good night, bang.
Thanks for listening to the Dirt Court Jesters podcast. As always, this is Josh, and you can follow us on X, on Facebook, and on YouTube at Dirt Court Jester. And we hope to see you guys at the track.